Did you know that Canadian banknotes have captured the life of a queen from childhood to her later years? Today, we're taking a journey through 6 different portraits of Queen Elizabeth II on Canada's $20 bills. Each one reflects a different stage of her life, from a young princess to a global icon. Let's begin. The first portrait comes from 1935. Here we see an 8-year-old Princess Elizabeth. She is not yet queen, just a young royal at the very beginning of her life. The portrait feels soft and youthful, almost delicate. This note was part of Canada's first official banknote series issued by the Bank of Canada. It was printed on paper, with very detailed engraving but relatively simple security features compared to today. At the time, even basic anti-counterfeiting details like fine lines and intricate patterns were considered advanced. The second portrait appears in the 1954 series. Now she is Queen Elizabeth II, following the death of her father, King George VI. This image is more formal and regal, showing her early years as monarch. This series introduced more complex background patterns and stronger engraving techniques. However, it also became famous for the so-called devil's face, illusion in her hair, which led to a redesign shortly after. The third portrait comes from the late 1960s and early 70s. Here, we see a more mature and confident queen. Her expression is steady and composed. These notes introduce multicolored printing and more sophisticated layouts. From a mathematical perspective, adding more colors and layered patterns increases the complexity of replication, making counterfeiting significantly more difficult. The fourth portrait is from the 1991 series. In this version, the queen appears older but also more approachable. This series added modern security features like microprinting and metallic elements. Microprinting is especially interesting. Tiny text that looks like a line to the naked eye but becomes readable under magnification. It's a simple idea, but very effective. The fifth portrait appears in the 2004 series. Here, the queen is shown with the warm and familiar expression, reflecting her long experience as monarch. This series further improves security with enhanced holographic features, more advanced microprinting, and complex background designs. It represents a transition point between traditional paper notes and the high-tech materials that would come next. Finally, the sixth portrait brings us into the modern era with the Polymer series introduced in 2013. Here, we see an older Queen Elizabeth II, calm, dignified, and instantly recognizable. This is where the biggest material change happens. Canada moved from paper to polymer, a smooth plastic-like material. Polymer notes last at least 2 to 3 times longer than paper notes. If a paper bill lasts about 3 years in circulation, a polymer one can last closer to 7 or more. They also include transparent windows and advanced holographic features. These rely on precise light reflection and angles, making them extremely difficult to reproduce. It's not just art, it's science and engineering. From a young princess to a lifelong monarch, these 6 portraits tell a story that spans decades. And at the same time, the banknotes themselves evolved from simple paper designs to high-tech polymer currency built with durability and security in mind. Each $20 bill is more than just money. It is a combination of history, design, and technology. Which portrait is your favorite? If you enjoy videos about historic currency and British monarchs, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.